athletes, key influential executives say how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. Yes, y'all, we in the place to be. Yes, as you can tell, I'm repping Brooklyn style, baby. Biggie all day. I got a story to tell. The documentary was off the chain. Great job by Mark Pitts, Wayne Barrow. We beat the president. I got my man from Brooklyn originally, but you know, he stays everywhere. We're going to introduce him right. But before we get into that, let's jump into the news. This is Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives share how they make money, how they attract power, how they earn respect on In Touch News, reality radio where everyone is a star. Check us out live on Facebook right now, or just go to intouchnews.com, 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. Yeah, we're gonna get this thing right. But in the meantime, I just want to give a big shout out to Vivian Scott. She was one of our guests last year for Women's Month, and you know March is Women's Month, and she just has an article on Billboard magazine with Gail Mitchell, and just recently, her and James Andrews, another former executive in the music business, currently they just did a fantastic job of having Ileana Van Zant in the place to be, and she was dropping some jewels, and we could talk about that offline. But in addition to that, before the show started, we just played a little whoop-dee by CJ, who's managed by his uncle, James Cruz. They just was awarded the #1 urban radio album of the week. Big moves. Also, got to give a big shout out to Big U, but another former guest that we had, Kenya Ware, who was down with the Dog Pound. Yes. She got a documentary coming out, a 4-part series called Crip, the Raymond Washington story. Look for it. It's coming soon in 2021. Of course, I already talked about I Got a Story to Tell. Awesome documentary, behind the scenes. Even my favorite part was when Biggie's mom talked about she loved her some country music. If you from the West Indian, you know what it's like. They loved them some country music. My dad had a country hat back in the days, big old gallon joint, driving a yellow taxi cab. So I know what it's like. When she said she loved some country music, I was dying laughing. Also, another big shout out this past weekend was big. You got to check out the verses with D'Angelo. He was all up in the fields, baby. And Barris Hammond on Sunday. If you like some good Jamaican music, oh my gosh, Barris Hammond is the man. So the crooner of crooners in reggae. Also, big shout out to Max Goose and Monica Payne with the Fatale movie soundtrack. Great singles coming out of there. Coming soon, D Nice has a single coming out in 2 weeks to commemorate the anniversary of Club Quarantine. CQ, baby, CQ. And two people that's just recently transitioned, Vernon Jordan and Bunny Wailer. Got to give them, our respect. And, from this point forward, what we're going to focus on is, instead of saying, rest in peace and sleep in power, we're just going to recognize that they are transitioned, and that means that they're available for all of us at all times. So we'll play their music. I'm going to focus on playing people's music who are transitioned so that we can honor them correctly. Tomorrow, Brilliant Minds Collective, 7 p.m. tomorrow, featuring Generation Who. If you need more information, follow me on my LinkedIn, JJ Silva, or Google Brilliant Minds Collective. And we have, and go to Eventbrite, 7 p.m. tomorrow, where we're talking about social justice for our teens. Also, Jude Bernard from the Brooklyn Bank, baby, cha-ching, cha-ching, Brooklyn Bank has a clothes drive tomorrow, this week. So check them out. Go to Brooklyn Bank on Instagram, doing it for the Women's Month as well. Smiley Girl Entertainment is doing some big things for Women's Month. Why Me Matters. Understand that. Why Me Matters. Follow Smiley Girl on Clubhouse. She has several events going on, and it's all about women empowerment, as well as artists who are looking to make sure that they are on and strong. Speaking of on and strong, got to give a big shout out to Renee Montgomery over at the Atlanta Dream. A WNBA player now has ownership of a former team that she was a part of. That's a big power move right there. And this is setting the example for others, especially young ladies like all us dads who have daughters. Speaking of that, Black women are taking over the footwear industry. This is an article in The Undefeated, which we had one of our alumni who's also part of The Undefeated, where they talked about how, you know, our girl Beyonce is taking over the game with Ivy Park, Skylar Duggins with Puma, and Shanae Aguameke from Adidas doing her darn thing. And last but not least, this is not a good look for Women's Month, but a mother who was the executive over at Nike had to resign because her son was flipping some sneakers, boy, making crazy profits like 20 G's and things of that nature. So he was doing his thing. So on that note, we was gonna bring in our artist, but he just is experiencing some technical difficulties. So please stand by while I resend the invite for him. And once again, with Power Moves, if you have any questions, text us at 917-540-8274. Again, 917-540-8274. All right, we're going to get this in. There he is. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. Al Lyrical in the place to be. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. Not yet. In the meantime, DJ Anna, why don't you play All Mine real quick while we getting this this technical stuff on the way, if possible. Yeah. Hey, this is my man Al Lyrical. Oiga. Yeah. Mi pana, yo tengo el trabajo que toca la alma. Nada me falta, yo fumo la hierba que viene en la lata. Esa me gusta, la rubia con culo que tiene la blusa. Dile que venga, yo tengo licor pa' todas las sucias. This is the program, I'm in it to win it to go ham. No limit with lyrics and no man can make me just quit it, so go fam. I'm on one till I'm dead gone. It's red run, you must have read it wrong. I get mine till the feds come. All the bread's mine, every breadcrumb is all mine. Only way I'm doing it, it's call time. No way I'ma ruin it, it's all mine. I'm doing 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 it. They wanna watch me, same way the fans is watching Tekashi. Up in the Mazi, I'm living my life, dripping Versace. Up in Miami, it's loving and loyalty, only with family. I'm getting the panties, don't be surprised I'm hitting your nanny. You can catch me on courtside, living life and it's all vibes. Rip it right and I'm so live, I could give you the tour guide. Esa hembra bella me gusta, dile que venga, no quiero excusas. It's all mine. Only way I'm doing it, it's call time. No way I'ma ruin it, it's all mine. I'm doing 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 it.
Yeah.
mine, baby. Our Lyrical and the place to be is all mine, baby. What it do, son?
Yeah, my brother. I was trying to get it right. I'm over here with Rob De Niro, my DJ producer. Was trying to get it going, but it was like, I guess Safari wasn't working with Zoom. But I'm here, man. I my phone. I got the Zoom app and everything.
All right, that's what it do, man. It's good seeing you, man. You looking good, looking good. Just to let you know a little bit about my man, Al Lyrical. Al Lyrical, man. This brother, born and raised in Brooklyn, stays in Queens, so he's a king amongst the Queens cats. All right.
Very true.
He went to Catholic school just like me. He went to Bishop Ford, which is the school I was gonna go to, the co-ed school. But my mom had me travel from Brooklyn to Queens, killing me. Well, I went to Malloy. You was at the Bishop Ford. Then he went to St. John's University. And that's where we all linked up with the crew. Just to let you know a little bit about the crew that we were rocking with. We were rocking with Jesse and Yuli Torero, rocking with Joe Gamble, Malik Sealy. Who else was part of the crew? Jude Bernard. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And a lot of us went into the music business, went to real estate, of course, basketball players. And Al Lyrical's been in the mix of all of that, representing Latinos to the fullest, as you can tell from his record, All Mine. So I want to share with you, this is a man that, and that's going to be my first question, right? Because we it's all about having 3 seconds. We talk about money, we talk about power, we talk about respect. So Al, have you ever had a job, dogs? Like you like Tommy, my dude. You stay laced with the loot.
Yo, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did have a job early as in high school before I had like 2 jobs. I worked at this at Pathmark. I was a stock at Pathmark in Brooklyn by Borough Park. At that time, my parents had a restaurant also. So I ended up I was working, but then my father put me into the restaurant business. So I was learning how to work in a restaurant environment. My father had it for like 15 years. He opened in '87 and we rocked out until the wheels fell off, a lot of people that come from other countries don't get, my bad. People are all in. I don't know if can I, what do you call it? I'm trying to, I can't even do a airplane mode because it'll cut off everything, right?
Yeah, no.
All right, so like I'm saying, I was in the restaurant business. My father taught me everything at an early age. I was hustling also, like selling fireworks downtown Mott Street with my Italian friends. So I learned what it was to, get a quick buck, but I never liked to have a boss, I guess. I don't know. It was something in that realm. And, as time came on, I was able to go to school, pay for my stuff by working at the family restaurant, doing my little hustle gigs and stuff. We were products of the 80s and 90s. And so there was a lot of ways of getting money, and ways that you could be in the path of being an entrepreneur. And coming from Brooklyn, getting fresh was a key thing, man. So, we used to do the 5-finger, you know what it was. A lot of that time we was doing the boost and stuff, the low, polo thing. I got endless stories, but when I came out of my final years of college, like 94, 95, I got more into the music thing, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I started, writing and rapping. But I started off dancing first and shit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, so, we got about 1 minute left before we go on break. Oh, we gonna get ready to go on break right now. So after the break, we're gonna continue the story of Al Lyrical. And once again, this is Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives share how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. You can see us on intouchnews.com, Tuesdays, 8 p.m., reality radio, where everyone is a star. 813-444-9588. Take us out, DJ Anna.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, we are back. Once again, this is Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives share how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. And Big Al is on the line, and we were just talking about getting this money. This cat stay laced. So we were just leaving off where you were talking about, Al, about how we always need to stay fresh, and then you transition into the music business, starting getting your rhymes on and things of that nature. Tell us that mindset that got you into hustling to getting into the music business and getting paid for doing it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it started more like my passion for music and rap. I loved hip hop. Like hip hop is like it's the first thing, because at that time you wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking about getting money off of it. I just wanted to rap. But then you woke up and you was I was getting like, okay, wow, these people are, I'm looking at Wu-Tang Clan and Nas and all these artists. They're getting on, and you see what goes on with being able to sell records and being successful for doing stuff that you love to do. I was like, damn, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like everybody has a particular talent being born. Some don't find it. I found it as a kid, like when I was 5 years old. I wasn't scared to perform. Meaning, like I know it was really early, but my father told me at my communion, one of the big dogs told my pop, he said, yo, that kid, he's going to be a star. And that being said was, I guess, something that was in my blood. So going into college and then starting, to shift from being a dancer, I started writing. But I had a facility, an easy way of freestyling, meaning going off the top of the head. That really began. And people that would see me dancing, they were like, yo, I was nice. But, I wasn't taking the rapping serious. I would just be fooling around. And one of my mans I was dancing for was like, yo, you should write something. And I was like, whatever. And then I started getting better at freestyle. And then I sat down and I started writing. And when I clicked on to writing, I started saying, oh, I need to write every line like incredible, because now I'm looking up to Rakim, G-Rap. Then Nas came out, like I'm listening to these MCs that line for line is mind blowing, So
right.
I had to, work on my craft. And then I got the confidence at one point, and I'm like, yo, I'm nice.
Oh, we going in and out. Hold on, he's gonna come back, because my next follow-up question for him is gonna be talking about how the mindset of hip hop, how's that helped him, really, really get into delivering on a successful note. Hold on. It is. Yes, sir.
And I got people calling me. I wish I had. The reason why I wanted to get on the computer, because then my phone will be off or whatever. But whatever. Anyway, so I'm saying that in the beginning of that, that's when I started formulating, and then I built the confidence where I was like, okay, I think I'm matching what an MC could go. But like I would, like, when I write rhymes, I would want my rhymes to have my favorite rapper say, all right, yo, you nice. You know what I'm saying? That's the level that you wanna put you wanna attack this craft. The level you wanna do is like, yo, if I'm gonna go in this, I wanna make sure I can make this guy that I emulate say, yo, I want to do a track with you.
Right.
And then my first journey was doing an open mic at St. John's. My first time that I really got to perform, like, it's 95. I'll give you the story real quick. Ed Love and Dr. Dre came for a mixer, and they asked who could rhyme, and we'll give you $100 for the best rapper. And I pulled up my hand. Now, mind you, this is like probably my sophomore year. I'm in St. John's, and the house is packed. I'm talking about this is the UC, and I get on probably like fourth. It was 5 people that they picked, and everybody that was on, there was probably 2 guys that was part of fraternities, so they had them going crazy. I was a not known. They would know me as Polo Man. That's what they were calling me, like, going to school.
That's right.
And when I got on, and I'm gonna tell you, be honest with you, I never forget. I was rapping to Keith Murray, The Most Beautifulest Thing, and it was the perfect beat, because when you perform, learning how to perform, I didn't like noise. You can't come across with a noisy, crazy beat that's too much. You have to have that. So there was particular beats that I would pick, and I just knew. But I got lucky that beat was picked, and I rapped to it. And I had this like 50-bar punchline. So every line was punchline, punchline, punchline. Honestly, it was like I was college degree rap, and everybody else was like nursery. Like, it was just not. It was
unfair. It was unfair. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I had classic lines that I said, like, I would say something like, "I get you right, because I've dropped more Jews than Slick Rick and Mr. T in a fist fight," and everybody crazy. Like, I had like 50 bars of that. I had another line like that I remember. This ain't judo, you ain't flipping me. This ain't Uno, and you ain't skipping me. Draw 4. Like, like lines like that I remember, and I captivated the whole crowd. I was number 4, and I remember there was somebody after that, and then, Ed Lover was just like blown away. And then he let me rap again. And when he let me rap again, I started with a few bars written, and then I started rapping about everything around me, and it was over after that. Cause it just made everybody was like, it was just so spontaneous, and it was so quick with stuff and funny stuff that I was saying, that everybody after that, I was a legend in that school. Like, after that, everybody was like, oh, coming up to me. It was just ridiculous. And that was the beginning of me saying, okay, you know what? I want to do this, because Ed Love was like, yo, you got to give me a number. You got to call to do the roll call. Everybody was like on it. And that pushed me forward. That was my beginning.
Al, have you seen the Hip Hop Uncovered yet?
No, haven't seen that.
All right. So, in your opinion, how has hip hop influenced your mentality, the culture of hip hop? Can you kind of describe that as a person that's a lyricist, that also, not only are you a lyricist, but you've also produce videos and things of that nature. You have your hands, and I want you to touch on that. But how has the hip hop mentality, really helped you go to that next level?
I mean, besides my parents and my faith with the Most High, it's the most important thing that ever I incorporated in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That being able to have the passion the drive that I have towards it, the information that you get from it, you know, I came from an era where, you know, you learn from it. Yeah, you know, it's like, it's better than school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could sit down and I could let you, you know, KRS-One has a record about not eating beef and being vegetarian. And I didn't know the knowledge behind that. And this it's very powerful. So hands down, like, hip hop saved a lot of us. A lot of us got saved by it because it's a billion. It's an industry that runs for itself. You know, it's like it's here. It's a genre that was created in New York City. Proud of that. You know, to say that, even though it turned into a different world right now. But I'm a purist, and so as being a purist and passionate, my name is all lyrical, all lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So my drive is always to acquire knowledge from rappers. That's why, like, you know, I downplay a lot of MCs. I'm not amused. I'm not impressed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the old man that's like, you know, you have to be, you know, there's a fun time, there's fun things, there's songs about this, you know, there's so many categories and so much that you could touch on with this hip hop world. You know, you could do a jazz, you know, there's so many artists we grew up with that was so different, you know? So I call it, hip hop is my religion.
Exactly. So like, can you touch upon, because we got another 3 more minutes before we go on our next commercial. Can you also touch on the fact of, you know, not only are you a lyricist, but you have other ventures and you keep that money flowing, because this is like a masterclass. So I want cats to understand your story in terms of how you are constantly navigating from one world to the next world, but still within the same culture of hip hop.
Yeah, well, if you don't know, I was part of this TV show called Lyricist Lounge on MTV. We stumbled upon creating a show that was the first hip hop dialogue done, and that elevated us to run to LA and to learn how a TV show is done, you know, with table reads, with you know, executing castings and all that above. I was working 6 days a week, writing. It was a team of us, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wordsworth, Powell, Master Fool, you know, Thurston, all these MCs. We came and we created this TV show, and shouts to Claude Brooks, Def Jeff. You know, he was the music coordinator. Claude Brooks was the EP, executive producer. That, meaning, you know, in this game, for that particular corporate world, they saw it. They were like, wow, but how do you make this happen? And Claude Brooks was, you know, a young actor, grew up in hip hop, grew up in the TV world, and he went to become a producer, and he saw the vision. Shout to Danny Castro, Aunt Marshall. They're part of Lyricist Lounge. So that being said, I love entertainment. So I have a true passion towards films, growing up watching movies, acting, and music. So all those three things combined is what I love to do. Working on set, I don't have a problem with that because I've been there, been behind, been acting, you know, done commercials, been working on. I'm in the union for parking. You understand? So I'm staying close to what I love to do, because if I'm working close to what I love to do, then it's never worked for me, you know?
You know, so Al, I like the fact that you talked about, you know, that you in the union, and can you explain to folks how important it is to be part of SAG or be a part of a union while you're in the industry of entertainment in general? Because let's keep it real. That's what's interesting. As a lyricist, as a hip hop artist, there's no union.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, our, you know, a lot of, you know, folks from Zulu Nation, our founders, they do, you know, they don't have the health care that they deserve. But when you kind of venture into the acting world, or if you venture into the filmmaking behind the scenes, and you're a part of that union, Now you getting some checks. Now you protected. You got health insurance. So explain that within. Oh man. Well, we're gonna have to continue that after the next commercial. So once again, this is Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives share how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. See you after the break. In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. Be back in 1 minute. Sorry, that's Yahoo.
All you sports fans, tune in every Monday morning to listen to Mic'd Up Mondays with Michael Clayton. You don't want to miss this.
On In Touch Radio.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
When it comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
I know that's right.
On your smooth soul and R&B station.
On the World Wide Web.
Access granted.
In Touch Radio.
All right, we back. This is Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives share how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. I'm with my man, Lyrical, in the place to be, and we just dropping jewels about the importance of being diversified, but still staying true to your culture and true to who you are, because that's what Lyrical is all about. So we're gonna go into this power segment, man. How did you develop your influence and your power while still getting that money, being a part of the union? Explain that process, because everybody loves you, dogs.
As far as my power, what a lot of people call me, they say I have incredible networking skills of some sort of level,
Yes.
I tend to be at the right place at the right time. I tend to have, I have a genuine love for the craft. So people see that and they kind of gravitate to that because I'm just a cool ass dude, And moving forward, I'm all about making power moves. If I could put two people together to do something else, and if that's successful, let that be. I might get a cut from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a businessman also. So if, I'm like, okay, we doing this, we doing that. I'm gonna put you together with this guy. Yo, if this boom, kick back, whatever, I'm in that, No
doubt. I love that you talk about that, because can you share with us a quick story on how you've been able to make a power move like that, basically, and how important is it in which it builds up your reputation? Well,
I don't know if you, I was early in Eminem's career. As far as I had his tape early, and I was able to give the tape to Rick Morales that worked at the Source magazine. Now watch this. I already had Unsigned Hype. I met Eminem over the phone because we were part of the Rap Olympics. And when I heard his music, I was like blown away. I was like, wow, this guy this is unique. This is fire. And he's white. It was mind blowing. So I took the tape, gave it to him, hands down. He was like, yeah, I gave it to Danny Castro and Aunt Marshall. And they were like, oh, this is dope. Let's fly him out. So it all came about. Danny and Anthony flew him out to do a show at Wetlands. As he's in New York for a couple of days, he ended up being able to meet with Eminem. They did a photo shoot, and lo and behold, his Unsigned Hype. He got Unsigned Hype column a few months later, which attracted the eyes of Dr. Dre and them and everything. And it was the beginning of his career and stuff. And I would say I take credit for him to being in New York and getting known in the underground scene in New York City, you know? So that being said, I got a good ear. So, you know, I also had Graph early, brought him up to Track Master. Well, Punch brought him a Track Master, but I brought him to Lyricist Lounge. So, I mean, and if I hear something and I pretty much know, I was able to put stuff in position where something could happen, you know? And I did it for the passion, you know, I did it because I loved it, you know? So particular power moves, those are a few power moves that was involved with, you know? I mean, got so many stories.
You do got so many stories. Like you said, you are definitely, that is your superpower in networking, and people trust you. That's the key. Like, people know that they could trust you.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what, let me put this in your hands, and then they know that you're going to deliver and get it done, and get it done with excellence. So tell us a little bit about the projects that you're working on right now, like your album. What it do, dogs?
Yeah, what it do? So, you know, I'm still putting music out. I got like 2 videos coming out soon. I'm shooting out to Miami to finish this one video. Got one video in the bag. You know, I have so much music that I'm, you know, picking and choosing what the album will be. But I'm just making my fan base grow more. But as I'm doing that, I got a film that I've been working on for a few years. And it's funny because before COVID happened, I had 2 deals on the table. And February was just like, I was like, okay, it's gonna happen. And March came and everything shut down. So now that everything's starting to open up, you know, I'm starting to work on something with some people, and hopefully we could get this project off the ground. One of my good friends is an actor by the name of Michael K. Williams. He just got his project signed on. My boy Dion Sapp is his partner. You know, I just got off the phone with them. They're working on Black Market season 2 for Vice.
Mm-hmm.
I did 1 episode. I worked on curating 1 episode. I just pitched an episode for them right now and just waiting for them to say yay or nay. I'm gonna be with them on set probably in 2 or 3 weeks, just, you know, hanging out, doing what I do, because being around what you want to do is being around successful people is the only way to move forward, you know?
That's right.
My whole thing is just moving forward and getting better at my craft, and, you know, swiveling, because, you know, I got this other project called Mindful with one of my brothers named Lara. It's a short film I'm producing. I got Ralph McDaniels involved. He's producing on it. You know, it's a hip hop story. I wrote the rap.
So not everybody in the audience understands who Ralph McDaniels is, believe it or not. All right. So could you explain to people who Ralph McDaniels is and what does he represent to hip hop culture?
He's Kool Herc of videos, hip hop videos. So when people say how the hip hop was born, everybody looks at Kool Herc. When you say how does hip hop videos was born, I say Ralph McDaniels. Nothing comes close to what he has done and what he's done for the culture. And he will always be able to walk in any room as far as any hip hop artist and get whatever he wants. He'll do a concert and everybody get to do it for free because it's because of him. He launched videos, and Yo MTV Rap saw that, and, you know, all these, you know, the box saw that. You know, he was coming on Channel 31. We were just like,
hold on, bro. So you leaving out a couple of major details. What was Channel 31 for us, man?
Oh man, Channel 31 is a public access channel. So it was like you would never catch me watching that for nothing. Like that channel didn't exist until he came about, and word got around that there's a channel that plays hip hop for 1 hour videos. I was like, what? You know, we're coming off, you know, Hot Tracks and that commercial world. This is like, you know, black owned kind of like it's like the first BET thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, we would just run. I had, this is the beginning of videotapes, you know what I'm saying? And VHS. So if you was coming home late, you would have a timer and you would record that whole thing and have that tape ready. Even if you were there on time, you would want that tape so that you could go rewind it and watch all the videos and practice all the dance steps and see the new stuff. Ralph's birthday just passed. So, and I shouted him out, and he's, he's A1. Like he's just like, I reached out to him, and this is how the industry works for me. Yo, you reach out to me, I'll talk to you. You ask me whatever. And if I feel the project, I might mess with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing. I sent him the script. He got back to me. He's like, yo, I like this. I'll get involved. And just like, that's as simple as that. This game is not easy, bro. It's very, 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 very hard, especially for Latinos, for Latino and hip hop also, the struggles I had to go through. And
I'm happy you mentioned that, because I do want to talk about struggles, especially a lot of times we neglect Latinos in hip hop, but yet, we had the Curious George, we've had God Bless the Dead, Prince Marky D, we've had even before that, I forgot what was their name.
Fearless Four, Tito.
That's right, the Fearless Four. So, a lot of times when people think of Latinos in hip hop, a lot of times they think of graffiti, number one, and they think of dancing. Yeah. Which you were a dancer, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, the love of the game and the lyrics, the evolution from Fearless to Prince Marky D, which Prince Marky D influenced Heavy D. You know what I mean? Like the influence and the rhythm. What people don't understand is that with hip hop is kind of like a cult. It's a Caribbean going Caribbean as well as an African thing, right? So when we talk about the diaspora, and I say the Caribbean, I'm including, the drums of Cuba, Puerto Rico, Jamaican, the Jamaican drums. I mean, we all are neighbors, right? And so that's how come reggaeton can do what it do. That's how come Noriega can go from New York hip hop and then all of a sudden stumble across reggaeton. And at first he was embarrassed, but then he started getting them checks.
To each his own, my brother. The world has opened up, especially for Latinos. But in hip hop, yeah, we don't get that credit because some came in a little corny, you know what I'm saying, a little funny, you know what I'm saying, like I mean when Cypress Hills came, mind blowing, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Be real.
Be real.
Mexican, Beat Nuts. My brothers, Dominican and Colombian.
Juju, yeah.
Their beats, they were animals.
But there were definitely Beat Nuts has also been definitely underappreciated. And what's funny? The sad part about it is, not only are they underappreciated, but they don't get the love. And you know what? I need to get him on the show. I need to get him. I need to get him on the show. But
that's a phone call away. I got that.
Yeah. But the beautiful thing about that though is God Bless the Dead, and we got to get ready to go on break again. And we're gonna go into our respect segment. Is Chris Lighty went all out for the Beat Nuts.
All day.
Chris Lighty is the man that founded 50, Busta, Missy Elliott. He was the manager of Manager, Violator. If you want to do your history, go check out Chris Lighty and Violator Management and Records. But that was one person that was 150% behind the Beat Nuts and the Latin culture. And then also, he had signed Fat Joe as part of the crew. So, we're going to talk about the respect factor going in after the break. Once again, this is Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives, share how they make money, like Al Lyrical, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. He does it all day, every day. Brooklyn style, baby. In Touch News, reality radio where everyone is a star. Take us, Anna, on the break. What you got for us?
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen or sundown 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. It's a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Call in and tell a friend to listen in. Listen up. It's In Touch Radio, reality radio.
All right, we back. What it do? So what you working on in the background, man? Who's your partner in crime over there?
It's Rob De Niro.
He was watching the Knicks.
Let's go Knicks. Even though now, I mean, all about representing for Brooklyn, but
the Nets. The Nets, baby.
we got to represent for our Brooklyn Nets. But you know what? Our Knicks, I'm surprised and I'm very happy that finally they doing their damn thing.
Crazy.
So speaking about respect and making power moves, tell us about a time where someone just totally disrespected who you's all about and how you represent the Latinos in this hip hop culture.
Man, that's happened mad times. I just show and prove. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time, let's get into the battle scene. When I first started battling, right? When I was coming up the scene and trying to get my name known, I was doing open mics, and they would always look at before I get on. They would all be like
I got you.
Until I start doing my first 4 bars, and they'd be like, oh, I never forget one battle. I battled at Demerara's on 28th Street. I went downstairs to the basement and I literally battled like 10 dudes, one by one, and destroyed them. So, a lot of people at that time were judging the book by the cover, same way that Eminem was getting, we would get that type of thing, look, that first look like, oh man, I'm trying to get into a circle, So, but once I made my presence known, it wasn't like I was a one-time guy. Nah, I'm a beast at this, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna respect that. So we was coming in like that, doors getting slammed. Yeah, stuff has happened. I mean, I had to deal with Sony, and then, I had a lot of that. I signed with Willie Esco at one point, and I had a deal there. So much history stuff that I could talk about, but some people at that time before Pun came out, like the Latin rapper was like looked at like, yo, I don't know if we want, nah, that's not, you're not marketable. They didn't know what to do with a Latino that sounded black or whatever.
Right.
And I kind of never really cared for that. I just kept moving, you know what I'm saying? Kept moving forward and kept doing what I wanted to do. Because if you ponder on the doors that close on you, then you'll never get anywhere. That shit ain't that ain't nothing. It's just you don't want me? Okay, boom. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, you don't want me? Boom. But it's not easy, man. It's very hard, to come up in the game. But I feel like if you're authentic and you just come with the records, they can't deny you, you know?
You can't be denied. And that's the reason why you've been in the game for so long and you still keep putting records out. You still keep pushing your own material. You have your own roadmap. And that's what I want to share with people on the radio. I
own my own publishing. No one has, you know, I do whatever I want to do, you know. But I mean, to each his own. If you sign a deal with a major label, you know, be prepared. I've been there. I had an independent company that wanted to take 100% of my publishing. I was like, "Are you crazy? For $200,000? Nah, I'm gonna give you. All right, I'll give you 25%. Give me $350. You know,
right.
Give me
negotiating power. Understanding your value. How important is it for you to understand your value, my dude?
Oh, very much. You know, I learned early when a buyer sets up a price, remember that price is double than what you're worth.
Say that again, bro. Say that again, because people need to hear that. Because recently, right, there's a lot of people that's selling their publishing, they're selling their masters, right, for 150 million. So I want you to, man, I'm happy you said that, because like I said, if someone is buying something for you for 150 million, what does that mean?
I mean, double it, because it's worth double that price, because it's the buyer, ain't nobody going to buy anything and sell, you know, cut themselves short. The game is a profit game. Remember, it's a profit game. So if I buy something at 80 million, I invest 80 million, I would want 100 million back.
Absolutely.
You understand the thought behind business, you know, that's what it is. And now it's up to you as a seller to say, oh, you know what? I'll do it for 80 million, you know, whatever, you know, it's up to you, you know. Sometimes if you hold out, you might miss out. Who knows, you know? Mm-hmm. But it's up to you to decide what you want to do, you know?
Man, I'm happy you mentioned that, because that's a major level of respect when you understand what your value is to determine is it not a good deal. So that's a great lesson learned there. So, you know, we got a track for you that we want you to do a little quick freestyle on. Hold up, DJ Anna, what you got? Just give me the first one. Can you hear that?
Call Solo did.
I can hear.
Can you hear that?
I can. I'm just up it close at the bulk. Tell her to raise it up a little bit more.
Raise it up a little more, DJ Anna. And bring it back, DJ Anna, bring it back.
Call Solo did.
I'm gonna show you how to get fresh. You know how I get fresh. Let me address the subject. This is for the public who love it. You can dub it, you can tape it, can't escape it. When I rate it, #1, the top 10. Spit the hot flames, another gem. On the radio with the crazy flow. You told me to hold my curses, so every verse I disperse could put in your purses. Most of these rappers to me are worthless. I work it, Napalm, graduated, St. John, alumni, stay fly, bye-bye to the bad guy. No need to get high, this is real good, real hood. I wish you could see me on what I say, cause I don't display what I play. Little mess up, but I still mix. When it comes to this, nothing to fix. And I like chicks with the big and the yeah.
Yeah. Yo, it's difficult when you're not on satellite radio, baby.
Yo, it's the first
Yo,
time
DJ Anna, thank you. Yo, this was fun, man. You know, it's good being with family. I'm happy. I'm proud of you, man. I look forward to seeing the projects that you're working on. Let us know when the video comes out and the single comes out so that we can play it on In Touch News. You know, I know you up top. Do you know about my man Ray McGuire that's running for mayor of New York City?
Oh, I've heard of him. I've heard of him. That's your boy?
That's my boy. You need to check him out. Obviously, I'm going to tell you need to vote for him, but check him out first. But I need for you to bring the Mob Squad and let them know that they got to represent from Ray McGuire because number one, he's definitely for the arts. He loves hip hop. He wants to create a whole area of New York City for folks in the arts and culture district, almost like an Amsterdam thing going on. So, and he wants to support it. Number one, he's going to do an all-year arts festival once he gets elected as mayor. So that's huge. Number two, he's all about small business owners, as you would know, as your family, as restaurant owners. You know, these folks are losing money left and right, going out of business. And so what he's looking to do is he plans on creating some funds for the small business owners so that they're not getting taxed. The tax that they would normally get, that money would be an incentive for their employees. So for a whole year, they won't get taxed. And number three, he's also looking to bring big businesses because he came from Citibank, and he's looking to bring these big businesses to also work with small business owners and help minority business owners do business with the city. So he's all about putting paper in everybody's pockets. So that's why I'm for my man Ray for Mayor. So I'm letting my peoples know. Go to rayformayor.com. Represent for my man Ray McGuire. He's doing his thing. And once again, how do people follow you? How do people, get on your bandwagon and just stay in touch?
Oh, well, you could check me on Instagram, all Lyrical, which is ALLYRICAL. And on Facebook is my Alex Mosquera, which is my government. But my IG is always, on for music. All my projects are just on there, Like I said, I got a few followers, 11,000. I'm working on getting more, all organic followers,
Mm-hmm.
And it's me. It's all me, and you'll see nothing but, I guess, music, fashion, stuff that I love to share with the world,
No doubt. And we got to get you to come down to Florida. I know you love your South Beach.
I'm gonna be there next week.
But we got to get you back in Tampa because you was in Tampa for the Super Bowl. So
that's where you're at, Tampa.
That's right. But once things open up, man, we're gonna have to do, get you to do a show down here and bring it on. You know what I mean?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, once again, guys, this is Power Moves. We had our great guest, Al Lyrical, in the place to be. And once again, this Power Moves where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives share how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. We'll see you next week, baby. In Touch News, reality radio where everyone is a star.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much,
sir.
To the DJ Anna, my brother.
All right. 1.